vertex form is so nice because we're able to look at the formula or the equation and pick out the vertex without doing a lot of math. So these are always my favorite. So our vertex, what we have to do is find the x value. Remember, we look inside the parentheses with the x, and the x is tricky. It looks like a -1, which means we're going to change the sign and make it a +1. And then our y is any number plus or minus on the outside. Very straightforward. It looks like +2, so it's a +2. So our vertex is the point 1, 2. I'll go ahead and get that plotted. Axis of symmetry, remember, we have to write it as a vertical line, so x equals, and then whatever, the x is in our vertex, so x equals 1. And I can draw that line all the way down. Y-intercept, so where am I crossing the y-axis? Plug in a 0 for x to find the y value, so y equals -2 times 0 minus 1 squared plus 2. And then we just do some simplifying. Inside the parentheses, 0 minus 1 is a -1 squared plus 2. -1 squared is a +1, so -2 times 1 plus 2. -2 times 1 is -2, and -2 plus 2 is 0. So the y-intercept, we plugged in a 0 for the x and got back a 0 for the y. So I know I'm going to have a point at 0, 0. So now I can see 2 points on my graph. Is it opening up or down? Again, we look at that a value, which is showing a -2 because it's negative. That's telling me it's opening down. And my graph confirms that. I have the vertex up here at 1, 2, and then the other point I see is below it. So that's, everything's matching up. It is opening down. Pattern of change, we look at our a value is a -2, and we do -2 times 1, 3, and 5. So -2 times 1, -2 times 3, and -2 times 5. So we have a -2, -6, -10 pattern of change. So from the vertex, we go down 2 to the right 1, down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the right 1, down 10 to the right 1, which is off my graph, but I can see where it's heading. All these points are going to be mirrored on the left side, so down 2 to the left 1, down 6 to the left 1, and down 10 to the left 1. And we can go ahead and draw our parabola now. Nice and neat. And there we go.